What is up, guys? Matthew here and welcome back to our FIFA 21 career mode with the mighty Boro. Today we are here with two more games in the Championship as we are edging ever closer to that January transfer window. We have Blackburn at home first up, and then we head to Griffin Park against another promotion contender. As you see, if you look at the calendar, last episode was a little bit crazy. We got beat, we got hammered, we got absolutely dominated. And then we went on to batter QPR in the biggest win of the season. So that's FIFA for you. And it could be similar today, as Blackburn are a team that are just behind us and a team we would like to get past at home, whereas Brentford are one of the teams near the top. So it's another tough away trip for us. So without any further ado, let's head to the team sheet ahead of the game against Blackburn. So ahead of the game against Blackburn, this is the team we are going with. Couple of changes, as you see there. The back four has a slight tweak to it. Dijksteel was so good in the last game, I've decided to bring him in once again on that right-hand side and leave Spence on the bench. Then we've got Morsey and Saville in midfield. The two, of course, the fantastic partnership. And Lewis Wing maintains his place ahead of Roberts. I just thought his game was so impressive against QPR in the last episode. I thought it's worth keeping him in there. He's been in our office as well, asked us if he could start, so we've gave him another chance to see if he can continue that fine form, with Roberts dropping to the bench and Johnson and Tavernier on the wings. And Fletcher is back up front, trust me. Choosing between him and Akpom was tough. Akpom, of course, with them 4 goals in the last episode. But, yeah, Fletcher's our top goal scorer, and I feel like he should start. But if he's having a bad game and we need goals, Akpom's not a bad option to have on the bench, is he? So, yeah, let's go.
And here's the lineup for Blackburn Rovers.
Thank you.
This particular setup is becoming more and more in favour.
Yes, Derek, one central striker, 2 wingers who will provide the width, a very narrow 3 in midfield, a back 4, the 2 full-backs will be expected to support, but also defend and help out the centre-backs.
And the match begins. Dijksteel. Under pressure here.
Blackburn gave us a tough game last time out, from what I remember. And they're already pressing us,
And a throw in
forcing us
forthcoming.
into an uncomfortable long pass.
And that puts them in position.
There's being Bradley Dack there.
This looks promising.
Blackburn already looking dangerous and looking up for this. It was Travis,
Good-looking
actually.
sequence.
Putting the ball in and
Lewis
around our
Travis.
area. Travis. Adam Armstrong.
Defending to prevent the chance. Good pressure. Can they
Oh, and
make something
Hall
of this?
trying to play out from the back. We could be in trouble here.
Now the keeper
And Fry
grabs
did
it.
well. I think if he'd have committed there, it'd have been an easy through ball to Armstrong. But he stood up well, forced him into taking the shot, which luckily Bettinelli was equal to. But the pressing from Blackburn here is absolutely relentless.
Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw in.
And I always hate playing against teams who press hard on this game. If you can beat the press, as you can beat the press, has Morsey found Fletcher? He has!
Well, they can say
And
big
Fletcher
thank
should
you to
score,
the
really.
goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
It's a
Well,
beautiful
that's as good as a
ball
goal at the other
from
end.
Morsey and a
Brilliant save from
well-timed
the
run
keeper.
as well. Would Akpom have scored that? Let's not have them debates. But big chance early on.
Bradley Dack. Travis.
No idea how Armstrong's
The
won
attacking options
that
are
ball in
being
the air
plentiful.
over Dale
The
Fry.
get into the box.
Another long crossing as Fry has to bicycle kick that out. The press from Blackburn means that they win the ball in our box again,
And you've got to say,
and they take the lead.
for the lead.
Their pressing is what won them the ball and is what got them the goal.
Well, here's the goal again, and he's just been caught napping.
And then
hasn't
after
he?
that, it was
And
just
he's
quick
fucking
fire
kicked,
football.
rightly punished, schoolboy stuff.
Fry
Well, the goal
sort of
again,
stood
albeit
still
from a
as the
different
man running
angle.
behind. Coulson couldn't cover. And it's a good goal in the near
Well, it
post.
can be difficult being a manager
Front
at
of
times,
Bettinelli.
none more so than now.
Blackburn have been tricky customers so far. They've been full of energy. It's been tough for us.
So Boro get things
They
restarted.
take the lead.
Disappointed to have conceded.
Coulson taking everybody on here. In the end, runs into trouble. There's the goal scorer.
And scope for them to produce something
Coulson
exciting.
is out of position.
It might be on for them. And players waiting in the centre.
Oh, and
He
Hall
takes aim. Simple
doesn't
save,
defend that
really.
very well. Luckily, the strike was a poor one. His throw finds Saville, but again, we're not giving any time on the ball.
Take them on and beat them.
And here's Adam Armstrong with a second.
Found the net, and that increases the advantage to 2.
Well,
Just what they wanted, and just what they
the
deserved.
man was scouting for a reason. I mean, this is the inconsistency of our team right now. One game, we're on fire. The next game, we're getting absolutely ripped to bits. And Blackburn have just ripped us to bits again. How did they get the ball? They nicked it off us by pressing high. Although Bettinelli has been beaten twice at his near post. And that man Adam Armstrong, who I hate playing against, absolutely hate playing against on this game, doubles their lead. I hate playing against high pressing teams. You get no time on the ball. And Blackburn 2-0 up now.
Fry.
Oh my God, what is going on? Bradley Dack this time by pressing. And Morsey has saved us from an absolute disaster. Saville now getting caught on the ball. Just get it out. Get it out. As Wing lashes out in frustration. Because we cannot keep the ball. Here they come again. Hall doesn't get it away. And the bicycle kicking it in around us. And let's just calm things down.
Well, he'd be looking for a brace, the striker, not to be on that occasion.
On Wing, what is that touch?
There it is in front of your eye. Chance after chance, goal after goal. A brilliant performance from everybody.
Well, this is a worrying performance from us so far. Oh, and Fry's give away a penalty. Fry's give away a penalty. And this game has gone from bad to worse. And we didn't need to make the challenge there either. The ball was going away from goal. And that man, Adam Armstrong, has the chance to give Blackburn a 3-0 lead in the first half. Yeah, and he scores. This has been horrendous. Boos from the crowd, understandably so.
Well, as we see, this is probably the best angle. He picked his spot. He didn't change his mind, and the keeper's got
The last couple
chance.
of times we've had penalties against us, they've went down the middle. And the one time we choose to stay down the middle.
Well, all the day's frustrations are there for all to
Armstrong
see.
puts it in the corner.
To try and turn this around and quickly.
And it's the inconsistencies like this that'll stop us from getting promoted, or stop us getting anywhere near. We can't be getting battered by Watford 4-1 and then absolutely hammering QPR 7-0 and then losing heavily at home to Blackburn. We're just never going to get anywhere with games and performances like this. Morsey taking it into his own hands.
Crossing possibilities. Well, it took a touch on the way
got a
through.
corner.
So a corner here. Aikesdale. Lewis Wing.
Wing.
There's a
Can't find Tav. I'm just begging for the half-time whistle here, ref. That should be it.
So the referee says that will be
For an absolutely terrible first half.
Well, they're going
Blackburn
to need that
have
incredible
been
scoring
all
ability
over
to
us.
score in the second half. On the back foot for most of that 45. The manager will be having some strong words with this lot at half-time, I can tell you that, Derek.
We go into the break, down by 3-0.
He normally delivers, I think that's fair to say, but he hasn't delivered in this match.
Well, Derek, he's not the only reason why his team are losing today, but he's so influential normally, he definitely will feel the pain of this performance.
That start says it all. We've just not been able to, not been given the time. I mean, look at the pressing. We do not want to play long balls, but I mean, there's no options.
Marvin Johnson.
We can't beat the press. And Blackburn are now bombarding us with attacking plays. And it's 4.
And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
There's just no options. Can't beat the press. And Adam Armstrong has a hat-trick.
Well, here's the replay, and that passing and movement is pure quality. And because he's on his own, he collects himself and he finishes it perfectly past the keeper.
I might just sign Adam Armstrong just so we don't have to come up against him, because he is an absolute nightmare. He's got his hat-trick. And we have went from the high of beating QPR 7-0 to now being absolutely hammered. Thank God he's going off.
Here.
That's a relief.
Looks promising. Sam Morsey.
Calls him to Akpom.
This attack looks highly
Morsey.
promising.
Here's Roberts. And it's a good save. It's on Roberts' weaker foot. As we try to find some route back into this game.
Successful intervention, winning the ball back.
Hall, good touch from Morsey. Now we're in behind, what can we do?
This is looking threatening.
Roberts. Oh, he's been brought down on the edge of the area there.
To be booked, halting an attack in that fashion.
Just couldn't find the pass.
That is a bookable offence.
I don't think he could think anything else after that challenge.
But we do have a free kick in a dangerous position. Do we have the free kick taker? Tavernier is the one who's been put on it. Tavernier with a free kick.
He'll take this on.
And it was a good effort.
And the keeper took it cleanly.
Good effort, but the keeper had it covered. Derek Steele does well. Tavernier plays it back to him. Can he find a man in raid? There's Akpom! And the man who started our onslaught against QPR hopefully has started something here.
Well, as we see again, that's how to score goals. Get the ball into the box from wide areas. And I bet he can't believe the time and space he's got to simply nod the ball into the net.
Akpom
no jump needed. Too
brought
easy.
on to get us back into the game. I wouldn't say he's done quite that, but he's got us off the mark anyway. And we're on the board, at least, but it's still 4-1.
Well, let's see about the cross.
It's a hoof
Pretty
forward.
comfortable piece of defending.
Dyke Steele will take that every day of the week. Tavernier, though, with the worst control. Just did not take that ball down at all.
Jacob Davenport here.
And that could put us
very much on
the back foot here, as that's one of the most audacious switches I've ever seen. But it's worked. And suddenly, we've got no men over. And the shot has been blocked by one of Blackburn's own players. And I think we've got away with one there, as we could counter-attack. Oh, Roberts.
Lewis Travis.
If that ball had gone through, we'd have been away. Now suddenly, Chapman's in behind. Fry tries to stand him up.
So a corner.
And gives away a corner, but we could have been in there. That was a poor ball from Roberts. Really poor ball. Well, if we're going to get any sort of comeback in motion, it's going to have to be now.
The referee allowing play to continue.
Despite us getting that goal back, we still haven't really found our attacking boots here, although Johnson and Roberts have combined well there. Fletcher. Dyke-Steele. Fletcher. This has been good play from us. Fletcher. Can he find? No, he can't.
Smart enough cross there, but no attacker able to touch it.
Olsen tries to whip it back in, and it's an absolutely atrocious ball. Fry through the back of the striker.
Referee playing advantage here. Gallagher. Nyambe.
Nyambe now as Blackburn probably just looking to close this one out.
Travis.
He won it in the first half. But for us, we don't want 2 4-1 defeats in 3 games.
Can they get in behind them?
Travis, it could be worse than 4-1 because they are playing it dangerously in and around our area. We've defended it well.
And the referee says corner kick.
But can only give away a corner, and this is perfect for Blackburn to just work the clock down.
Substitution.
Played it short and unleashed one straight at Bettinelli.
Marvin Johnson.
Can we get something going here? Johnson.
2 minutes remaining here.
Coulson. There's so many men forward. None of them are making runs.
And he read it well.
And Roberts, whose final ball has been pretty shoddy. Can't find another one. 8 minutes added on.
Johnson. Chapman.
Can't the ref just
Gallagher.
put us out of our misery?
And he's won the ball.
Fry with a good challenge there, though.
Poor pass.
Good challenge on Morsey, but the ball is still with us. And here's Roberts.
Well, as he hit that one, it looked as
And
though
he's
had
put
a
it
chance.
wide. That sums it up, really. Not saying that would have got to come back on the cards at all, but yeah. If there was any glimmer, that would have had to have gone in. Keeping it in the corner. Or are they going to try and get another one?
And
The
there
referee
goes
doesn't
the
give
ball.
them a
It's
chance.
gone the wrong way as far as the home fans are
A dark
concerned.
day at the Riverside for us.
That's what we
We've
call
been
in the
given a
business
runaround
of
by
one
Blackburn,
All
and
aspects
we've
of the
been
team
well
fell
beaten
apart
again.
today. No cohesion, no desire, no pride. Shall I go on?
Take the
Best not.
7-0 win away from our form, and that would be a 4-1 defeat at home and a 4-1 defeat away. Not good enough for us, and we've been beaten by a team just below us convincingly
Can they forge ahead?
by 4 goals to 1.
They do. And you've got
Well, I'm really disappointed by that. I don't think I've felt worse after a defeat this season, and yeah, that's not good. And the inconsistency of our form right now is what's worrying me the most. And we're not getting beat 1-0 here, 1-0 there. It's big defeats, and we won't be going anywhere if you're not consistent enough. It's as simple as that. And you know, I think even going back to the end of November, we had that good run, and then we lost 2 games, 3-2, and you know, got back on track, 3-0 Wickham, and then lost massively at Watford. Then we got back on it, and then we've lost massively again. Just seemed to be very inconsistent, and how a strong defence has completely eluded us. And it's at a vital time as well, when the games are coming thick and fast, and the players will not be as fit as they normally would be. And because it's the Christmas period and you can't play on Christmas Day, and for some reason we're not playing on Boxing Day, we've got a game on Christmas Eve now, which is only 2 days pretty much after the Blackburn game. So I don't know what sort of condition the players are going to be in, but we've just been beaten well by a good footballing side, and we're going to be playing probably an even better footballing side next up against Brentford. So yeah, I feel like our inconsistent form is just making us drop into mid-table mediocrity at the minute, and we're slipping away from the playoffs where we're not a win or two away, we're sort of 3 or 4 wins away, and there's still a long way to go, obviously, but you know, it's not ideal form at the moment. So yeah, we need to bounce back, and couldn't be a tougher place to go and do that. Let's head to Griffin Park. So ahead of the Brentford game, and you've got to say that's a big game. It feels like a big game anyway, and we've got a few changes in there. Neither of the centre backs are fully fit, and this is the emphasis on bringing in more top centre backs in the January window, because we're having to bring in people who aren't naturally centre backs, and yeah, it's probably given us a few more problems not having the depth there. So McNair comes in for Grant Hall. Fry is going to stay in there because I just feel like we need our best defenders against Brentford, even though he's not fully fit. Coulson, Spence, of course, Morsey, Saville are in behind, with Roberts back in the starting lineup. Of course, it's Johnson, it's Tav. With Akpom up front, he scored 4 against QPR, got our only goal in the last game. He's, I guess, more in form than Fletcher, arguably, at this moment in time, possibly. So I thought I'd throw him in there, and hopefully he can keep his goal-scoring run going. But if we struggled against Blackburn, I've got a feeling we might struggle against Brentford. It's a big game. We need a big performance. We need to stand up. Let's see if we can do it.
Well, here's how the lineup looks for Brentford. Well, there's no great mystery, is there? We know normally how they're going to play, and it's all about applying as much pressure as possible. Lee, can we anticipate seeing more of the same today?
Yeah, absolutely, Derek. If you're really good at something, then why not? They're very good at this. All the team members have bought into this style of play. One player slacks off and it all falls apart, though.
A look at the starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
Here's Johnson. Good run from Roberts. Could we have an early chance here? There's men over the top on the overlap. Tavernier's one of them. Big save, Judd Spence. Another save. As Brentford are forced into defensive action early on. If we'd have maybe found Akpom, we could have been in the lead there, but Tavernier should have scored. Spence also with a chance. And when you're playing a team like Brentford, you need to make these chances count. Dale Fry defended that well, though. This clearance is actually a really good one, as Tavernier's got the ball and we've got men forward here. The keeper just gets there ahead of Johnson, who I think has fouled the keeper.
On and off the pitch, they focus on it.
It's a penalty for Swansea City.
What a ball forward that is to Mbeumo. Mbeumo cuts inside. McNair stands him up well. And McNair did well there, as Bettinelli probably didn't have as much of a harder save to make, but that was a long punt forward. Don't know how he was onside, but that was a big chance for Brentford as the game's opening up.
Emiliano Marcondes. Can they get in behind them?
Brentford working it around. Here's Tony. Ivan Tony and Mbeumo, and that sliced wide. I don't know if he scored in the first game of the season or had a similar chance. Should be scoring there.
Fry. Sam Morsey here.
Morsey with a little bit of space.
Oh, that's an
And that's a great run from Akpom. Ooh, and a good ball, a teasing ball. It rolls past Saville. He looks to beat his man and get a cross in. And
across the touchline, so
well defended in the end, as Brentford have the throw.
Mbeumo. Ivan Toney.
Buemo, nice footwork.
Roorsleb with it. Boro.
There's Tony.
Well, what can they do to stop him running at them?
To Buemo, who's been the most dangerous of their players today with a good ball. And a good block from Morsey. Back out to De Silva. Oh, and they're in here. And what a block from McNair. Huge block. Although we can't clear our lines. Coulson, block after block. Tackle after tackle. Finally, we get the ball off Brentford momentarily. And there's an injury, I think, to George Saville. We haven't had any injuries this season. I thought they weren't turned on at one point. But there seems to be a problem with Saville as we finally get the ball clear and have a handle on things here, as Roberts has done incredibly well to hold that up and has done well to pick out the overlapping one from Marvin Johnson, who's in here. He's getting held by the defender. Oh, and the shot is over the bar. Shook off the defender. Oh, and he wasn't far away. Johnson coming ever so close there to giving us the lead.
And a throw in forthcoming.
So we've not had this yet in the career mode, but our first injury problem. Saville has picked up a knock. I don't know if he would have shrugged it off or not, but obviously if you leave a player on who has a knock, it can always be made worse. So precautionary.
Tony.
To take precaution, we've took off George Saville and brought on Lewis Wing. But, injuries have been a rarity in FIFA. I've only seen one against us, which was, I think, against Everton, was it? In the cup, and we've not had any yet. Touch wood. We're not going to get any more because our squad is thin enough as it is. But hopefully, Saville's injury is not too bad. Wing comes on.
Of championship action. Join us for this one live on EA TV. It's Brentford facing Reading.
Yeah, Derek, should be a great atmosphere there. It's one I would be tuning in for if I wasn't there with you.
Fry. Spence. Roberts.
Spence and Roberts combining well. Tavernier plays it back in. Patrick Roberts. Oh, and it's a good save again. Another good chance. Goes begging there.
What a wonderful save.
Roberts should be scoring. Johnson puts it back in.
They couldn't take advantage of the opportunity.
And Brentford are going to deal with it, but that's another big chance squandered. And Roberts, who hasn't been scoring as freely as he once was, doesn't make the most of that. Brentford don't make the most of that either.
What about that opportunity? Fry. Spence.
Can we get one more chance in before the end of the half? Passing like that. Are Brentford going to get another chance in before the half?
He's enjoying space.
Maybe. Buemo is in so much room. How has he been allowed to get into the box that freely? And Paddy McNair and Dale Fry have made some very big interceptions. That one was Dale Fry's. We've done well to keep a good footballing team out. It's been refreshing to not have a game that's actually had so many goals and been so chaotic. But we've seen quite a few goals go in after stoppage time has come. After stoppage time has finished. We are well past that. And that's gone in. But the referee has blown for a free kick. I have no idea why he's given a free kick there. Let's have a look at that again. So the corner comes in from Benrahma. And... oh, does it come off Tony's... does it come off his arm? I mean, I was just saying how goals have gone in after stoppage time. I wouldn't have been happy if this had gone in. But yeah, Tony, who really should be scoring from there. I mean, we've seen Bettinelli not come out for corners a few times now. He should be coming to claim this. But Tony, I mean, he should be heading that straight into net. What I think it looks like is it's going wide, actually. Somehow he's missing that, or it might sneak in off the post, but it's coming off his hand and gone in. So good decision by the referee. So it's Bettinelli hoofs this forward. That should be the half-time whistle, so there it is. So the ball was in the back of the net, but it was handball. Other than that, we've probably had the better chances. But it does remain 4-0, Brentford 0.
A great first half of football as far as he's concerned.
Showing good patience.
Good ball on the inside here. Dale Fry needs to be careful with Ben Rama. There's Ivan Toney who hits the post. The angle was against him, but Toney with a big opportunity there. But the ball has felt the wing, and we could be on the counter-attack. Here's Johnson.
Yeah, I'm predicting a cracker there. Both teams will have a real go at each other, I'm sure.
Right back's done well, done very well. But that from Toney, although it was a tight angle, it was a big chance. And luckily the post saved us. Good work though from Wing, and Johnson. Across. He's headed away.
I believe there's been a goal in the Norwich game, Alan.
And now Toney plays it over the top for Ben Rama. No longer a Brentford player, of course, has gone to West Ham now, but will surely be one of the best players in the league in this career mode. Brentford are just turning the screw a little bit, but that is why we have Sam Morsey in the team, and that is why we have Patrick Roberts in the team. Skips away from his defender. Here's Johnson. Here's Akpom, and that is why you don't try and score a sweaty goal on FIFA. Try to pass it across to Akpom, and the defender cut it out. That would have been a good goal at the end of a good move. Is he going to go for this, Ben Rama? No, he isn't. Goes for Toney, and in the end, it's a bit of a waste. That's been cut out, and now here's Roberts. Patrick Roberts on the counter-attack, waiting for the run of Chuba Akpom. Here's the chance we've been waiting for, and it's in off the post. Chuba Akpom finally breaks the deadlock. And it came from a wasted set piece, really, from Brentford, and a good counter-attacking move with Roberts at the heart of it.
He just about keeps him at bay and finishes with aplomb. Great goal.
In off the post from the man who's been scoring all of our goals of late. It's been a pretty even, tight game, a well-contested game. But finally the lead is broken, and it's us who's taken the lead. Akpom puts us one up here in Griffith Park.
Fantastic. Pace really hurts.
Here come Brentford.
And they've got that in abundance.
Looking to get back into the game. Good ball over the top. Fry's out of position. And that could cause us a few problems. As here's Toney. McNair does incredibly well again. Not playing in his natural position, but makes another fantastic interception. Tavernier got a bit lucky with that one. And now we are really on the front foot. Cross comes in to Akpom! And that might be that. Another counter-attacking move. Bit of luck with Tavernier and how he kept the ball. But a good overlapping run. A great cross. And just a great move from back to front. Akpom was never going to miss from there. And from a game that was looking pretty tight to electric counter-attacking moves has doubled our lead, and with only 10 minutes to go we look a lot more comfortable for the 3 points now. It's 2-0. Morsey. Lovely stuff this. We're ripping Brentford to pieces here.
Defending to cut off the
As the
supply.
cross from Tavernier is just cut out. There's a Sombolonga who's looking to get on the end of it.
Da Silva. Godus.
But this could
Excellent
be
ball over the top.
the perfect away
He's
performance
enjoying space.
if we can keep a clean sheet. Ben Rama, Jed
Well,
Spence
sort on with that
has
challenge.
done well today against him.
And let's go to Alan McInally
And the
now,
counter-attack.
because there's been a goal
Here
in
we
the
go
middle of the
again.
match. Alan.
From back to front. We're in again.
Will he?
It's Johnson with the chip. Beautiful.
Class. No wonder he's celebrating. Take a bow.
Marvin Johnson completes another beautiful move and finishes it off by chipping the
Well,
keeper.
Let's look at this again. Magical football on the break. Surprise is the key, and that's not an easy technique to pull off. I can tell you
Cheeky
that.
little
So easy
lob
when dinking
to
a ball,
finish it
catch
off.
your studs and fall flat on your face. Believe me, I've done it.
Keeper almost got his hand to it. But once again, it took only a couple of passes to get through. I wouldn't have expected this score at half-time. But we're
Well, if there were any
finishing this in
lingering
style.
doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed.
We lead 3-0.
Apologies to Alan McInally for having to cut him off in full flight. To confirm, Millwall did score in that match, and they hold the aces
Coulson
presently, leading
has,
2-1.
Been a bit unlucky with his interception there, that it's fell straight to Godos, who's absolutely done him there.
Well, a classic example of how
With
to
swing.
intercept.
Did well on the cover, and then that was a speculative shot if I've ever seen one. And another
And the
interception
referee is going
that's
to
gone
add
our way.
4 added minutes.
And here's Tavernier, and surely
Well,
we
it
can't
could be
make it
over
4-0.
The
On a
next
counter-attack
one
again.
hit him in the face.
Oh, and Tavernier with the save. Johnson! It's 4-0.
But the goalkeeper won't be proud of that moment.
Well, call it luck, call it whatever you like, with how the ball felt it was in midfield again.
Well, here's the replay.
Well,
and it's a
Tav's shot
perfect
was
post
parried.
goal. Sniffing around, waiting for
And
scraps
Johnson
from the
with a
keeper.
pretty nice
Right,
finish.
used to get hatfuls of goals like this.
Where has this last 20 minutes come from? Caught Brentford cold again. Johnson with his
Well, enjoy
second.
the good days as a coach. It can be a roller coaster ride.
Makes
I
it
can tell you
4-0.
Said Benrahma.
Ben Rama now. And that
And so the final whistle here.
will do very nicely indeed.
that. Well, it must be a dream as a striker to play in this team. They create for fun and have a lovely attacking style about them. Clinical finishing today as well.
In the final analysis, a really positive performance from this man, Lee.
Well, clearly the difference between the two sides today. Two
Akpom
goals,
has
a
come
really
in
good
and
performance.
delivered the goods
Ran into
again.
the channel, did everything right. Absolutely.
And
9 out of 10.
our up and down form continues because we've, again, first match of the episode, had a shocker and then backed it up with an incredible performance and another clean sheet. We went to Griffin Park and beat Brentford 4-0. So the inconsistent Boro continues. And as great as these one-off results are, I mean, we've just beat Brentford away from home. I mean, where are they in the league? We've just went to the team who were 5th. And were probably 4th. Well, no, I don't think they were 4th because of the goal difference. So they might have been. Obviously, they've lost a significant couple of goals because of their defeat. Depends on what Nottingham Forest's last result was, to be fair. But, yeah. Brentford, I think, were 5th. So we went to the team who were 5th. They've only lost 4 times before we played them, and we've beat them 4-0. That's great. But then before that, we get battered by Blackburn, who are suddenly on the brink of being in the playoffs. And the inconsistency is just killing us right now. We're 11th still in mid-table, but when you take one step forward and then another step back, what do you expect? But 4 points off the playoffs. So it's not that bad. Our games are clearly the go-to if you're a fan of goals. They're just absolutely mental. I don't know if it's this year's FIFA or what, but goals is just mental this season. But yeah, we're 11th. We're in a tight pack of teams. but only 4 points off the playoffs, so it's not too bad. But what we do need to start doing is putting together a consistent run of results because, yeah, we're not going to get anywhere if we're winning, losing, winning, losing. We do have an injury to George Saville. He's bruised his shoulder and will be out for 5 days, which means he probably will miss the Cardiff. Well, he will miss the Cardiff game indefinitely, but that's fine. You know, it's not a serious injury, so we're happy with that. But that puts to an end another crazy episode. We've had a 4-1, a 7-0, a 4-1 and a 4-0. It's crazy stuff. But a good win for us against Brentford, and I'm just hoping to just put some consistent results together and, yeah, just try and maintain a decent charge towards the playoffs because we're still in there somehow. Next up, we've got Cardiff at home and Stoke away. Again, 2 quick games, very quick succession, and then it'll be the transfer window. And what I'm going to do after at the end of next episode is we're going to do some contract negotiations with some big players who we are at risk of losing. We did get a email, if I can find it, of 4 players that we are going to be losing at the end of the season if we don't sign them on: Johnson, Howson, Assombalonga and Fletcher. So we're going to go through them players, see if we want to sign them on and if we can get them signed on before January. And so they're out the way then and we can focus on who we want to bring in and who we can let go. And then, of course, after that, it is a case of bringing in players. And you guys have already seen the transfer list that we've put together, or the scout report that we've put together. There's so many players in there now as our scout just keeps bringing back players. But one player who I'm really liking the look of, I'm going to bring in Yannick Bolasie. I think I'm going to try and buy him because I have to, just because I'm a Boro fan and it feels like the right thing to do. We are looking at Jacob Murphy, Joseph's brother, who of course had a great game against us for Cardiff. I was looking at Callum Chambers, 76 rated, he's on 52 grand a week, so if we loan him, we'll be paying around 26 grand maybe, but Tomori works out better if I can find him, as we've got so many players in here at the moment. But yeah, Tomori is just as good. He's younger and he's on a smaller wage, so that will be better for us and will work out easy for us if we can loan him. And same for Tanganga, he's 73 rated. Kartvik isn't as good, but Tanganga could also be a good loan signing from the Premier League that we could bring in. We could sign Bolasie on the left and maybe another winger as well. I'm still considering Braden Manu, who of course we had a look at a couple of episodes back, but I'll clean this out and we'll have a look at the players that we've got as we head towards January. But I have an idea of how many players we are going to sign. We just need to have a look to see how many we want to let out the door going the other way as well. But again, if you guys have got any ideas, let me know in the comment section below of players that maybe I should get rid of. Any players that you know of that are hot free agents, or good Premier League loans, or maybe solid Championship buys that we can look at. Yeah, get them to me quickly before we are in January, and so we can get them scouted in time, of course. But until next time, guys, thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Up the Boro!